Okay. Ooh. This chair's very creaky. But okay, I'm gonna be doing a catch up today with you guys. One day I will find out a way not to be awkward in front of the camera. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for being there for me. Yeah, I have okay, this thing's coming out. I'm gonna take it out. Okay. Sorry. I just this is how I sit typically. But yeah. Yeah, thanks for being there for me because I was getting really depressed. I don't know why. Because, yeah, I was just wanting to give up on music because I was just thinking, like, what am I doing? Like, it's not gonna go anywhere, and like, I don't know. I was getting in my head about it, and then I think, well, like, I've had that stuff before. That's like an every other week thing, so it's usually fine. It's just I think that this time it was okay. I've also been trying to find a job, and I heard back from one posting, but it had me submit things. Oh shit, that just reminded me. I have to take that thing. How much time do I have left? Okay. You know what? Let's take this now together. Stars. I almost forgot. They're not gonna accept me anyways, but it's fine. Okay, I did the pre-interview assignment. That's done. And when did I get this? April 15th. Okay, 6 days ago. I have 7 days. Okay, so we're gonna do this together because it's literally due tomorrow. So I'm gonna do it now. So let's start. I'm too self-conscious in front of the camera. This is too much. But okay, this might be a long video then. So, let's see. Okay, assessment. Okay, so I have to take a cognitive and behavioral test. Okay, actually, I think for the cognitive one, I'm not gonna record that because I think I need to focus for that. The personality test one, I've already taken those for companies, so I know how that goes, and it's just answering the questions. So I'm gonna do the cognitive one off camera. Okay. Good thing I started filming this catch-up video because I think I would have forgotten, which is crazy. I think it's like once I submitted the project, because it got me really stressed out. I was so stressed out. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to complete this. Then when I submitted it, I was like, oh, thank God I did it finally. And then I like forgot that there was this part. But okay, I'll see you in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so that was 50 questions in 20 minutes, and I thought that there were, when they were like, oh, if you don't finish, it's okay. That was like, I was like, no, I'm gonna finish, and I did not finish. But it's fine. Okay, I think accuracy over time is better. Okay, now onto this. I'm afraid of, I have to do the workplace behavior. No, it's okay. I am afraid of being rejected. At this point, no. East. Yes. True. I am nervous. I'm gonna say false. I worry about decisions. Yes. I am patient at work. Yeah. Yes. Is this sound is clicking annoying, I'll switch to my mouse. Or is that gonna move it? I see what I feel. Sometimes true. I'm also not true. True. Okay, I'm gonna go back to using the mouse. If it's annoying, I will cut out this part of the video. Okay. I like school. Yes. That's true. I hide my feelings, yes. I'm easily discouraged. I'm gonna say no. I rarely set goals. No, I always set. I work hard. I said, okay. I like this period of my life. What's the right answer for that? I've never gotten that question on a workplace behavior test. I like this period of my life. What am I supposed to say? I'll say sometimes true, sometimes false. I don't know. I do not feel guilty. Is there some of these questions are a little different than the other ones I've had? I don't know. These questions are kind of stupid, but whatever. I make new friends. Okay. False. Not arguments. False. I am able. False. My moods change. I mean, what kind of question is that? It's asking my moods change. Like, is it asking like if I'm like if I have anger management issues, or like if I like, I don't know if there's a right answer to that, so I'll put false. I know you're supposed to answer these without thinking too much about like what the answer is supposed to be, but some of these questions I'm like, why are you asking that? I wonder if you're fighting with me. Mostly false. I don't care about that anymore, so false. I achieved in school, sure, I don't know. Also true. I am easily manipulated by others. I like to think I'm not. I'm gonna say mostly false. Throughout my life, I can concentrate well. No. I waste time. No. I am aggressive. No. I am uncertain of my worth. Yeah, ask really for what I want. Yes. No. Yeah. I don't know. I have confidence in myself. No. No. Yes and no. It really depends on what it is. Because sometimes I have like none, but then sometimes I have like a bunch and it's really, I don't know, I'm afraid of failing. I'm already doing that, so no. I get what I want. What, in what context? What does that mean? I'm gonna say sometimes I have difficulty making decisions. No. I know I don't have difficulty making decisions because I have a sister, a younger sister, and younger brother. I don't know what it is with younger siblings, but they have like a really hard time making decisions. So I know I'm definitely not like that. I turn plans. Okay. Really true. Let's see what else. Selective. Speak in front of a group. Sure. I'm capable of leadership. Yeah, I think so. I mean, maybe I don't. Like, why would how would I know if people talk about me behind my back? Like, I'm pretty sure everyone gets talked about behind their back to some extent. I guess this one's asking. Well, then if I don't, I'm gonna say false because I mean, I'm sure people do. But I am self-conscious. At this point, like sometimes I'll say, I break rules. No, I am jealous of others. Not really. I am willing to compromise for sure. I've got my act together. I think so. I procrastinated. Life is a big game. No. I feel like I'm just going through the motions. Like, yeah, but I'm gonna say no because I know that's what they want to hear. I find it difficult to get down to work. I do not hurt. Okay, I don't know if I'm supposed to. I don't think I should be filming this because it's probably not allowed. So let me just pause this. And I will come back when I'm done. Okay, I'm done now. Okay, I'm reading the email just to make sure. Okay. You have 7 days to complete the assessment. Yeah. Before the link expires. Okay, definitely good. I had another day to do it, and also the link would have expired if I couldn't do it, so that's done. Upon completion, we will review your test results and be in touch with you regarding next steps. We will share test results with you. I think I might not. Usually everyone passes this stuff, but some companies are looking for like specific traits, and I remember doing another one of these a month ago for Procter and Gamble. I didn't even know that was a real company, but yeah, I thought I did pretty well. And then, well, my friend took it before. They didn't pass her, and I was confused. I was like, she told me it was supposed to be easy, and she was also confused why she didn't pass, and then I took it, and then I was like, okay, they should pass me. And then I got the email a day later saying I didn't get passed, and so I texted her. I was like, wow, that that's really crazy, because I was like, what did I do? And then she looked it up on Reddit, and apparently some of the questions they're very, very specific about what they want your answer to be. So like, even if you're like, oh, sometimes, or like a little bit, like they, I don't know, they, yeah. So, but it's weird though, because I'm like, sorry, 100,000 people work at that company. You're telling me every single one of them picked the right question. I'm sure some of them were told what to put. But okay, so my results were, hello. Oh. Okay. Can you stop putting you on silent? Okay. Workplace traits are conscientious, accommodating, moderate openness to experience, patient. God, I sound like a little. Oh my god. I sound like that those are not the traits of a leader right there. I feel like companies are always looking for leaders and stuff. Okay, so I mean, hopefully I pass that, but like, I'm not really sure. Okay. So that's all done. Hopefully I hear back from them. Hopefully I pass. So basically, the other part I had to submit in a Google form. So, yeah, Google form and then this link. And then my professor sent us a message saying that this place he knew was hiring 3 people, so to send our resumes if we were looking for a job. And I was like, yes. And I sent my resume. So maybe that'll be something. Anyways, we deviated severely from what we were talking about. Let's go back to what I was saying. Okay, wait, that's not right. It's this one. Yeah, so I was getting really depressed because I'm still unemployed. And well, it's fine. It's just that. Okay, so right in the beginning months when I've really seriously started applying for full times, and me and my friend were like every morning just getting rejections from them. Like, it was funny at first. Like, we were kind of laughing, like, oh, haha. Like, it's like a day doesn't go by where we don't get rejections. And like, it was funny at first, and then it wasn't funny. Like, I don't know when exactly. I think probably about a month ago it started to not be funny anymore, or like I don't think I could pretend it was funny anymore, because like I would get those emails like first thing in the morning when I wake up, and it would really just put a immediate damper on my day. I mean, that's also everyone right now who's looking for a job, so I'm not special or anything. Like, I'm just complaining. But I think I was getting pretty discouraged, because I think that day I was getting depressed about music, and then I think I checked my emails, and then I got like 3 rejections, and so that compiled, and then I was like, what else? Oh yeah, and then I think the other thing was like our house wasn't working at the time. Like, okay, living in this house is always humbling, because something is always not working. Like, we had a leak that turned into, we figured out that it wasn't actually a leak, it just coincided with the rain, but something with the heating and piping was broken, and then so there was just water like, I want to say it's a leak, but it was like a way more than a leak. It was like, I mean, water was just everywhere, and we turned off the water because we were trying to figure out what it was coming from. I hate this chair so much. And yeah, so I think I was also like depressed because I was like, I really want to shower and use the bathroom and wash my hands. It was like, you know, when your water's off, or like there's a hurricane and you can use the bathroom but you can't flush, and you can't wash your hands. Yeah, you start to feel gross after a while, and I think that was making me also depressed because I was like, I feel gross. But yeah, what else? And then that all just made me like depressed. And then that's when I understood the whole sleeping thing and depression, because I knew someone when I was younger, but I forget what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I knew someone when I was younger who, they were depressed and they would sleep a lot, and I think I didn't really understand, because I guess I didn't know much about depression, and I think I was just confused because I was like, wow, damn, like you're sleeping like a lot, and I didn't really understand. Like, I understood that it was a symptom of depression, or of like being depressed, and so I just was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. But like I never like understood it from my own point of view until that time, like a week or so ago, where I got like really depressed, because when I was feeling all these things, I was like in my bed, and of course I don't have a real job, so I can just pass out on my bed if I want to. And so I was like, felt an overwhelming sense of fatigue suddenly come over me, and I didn't understand it because I didn't even wake up that early. I like hadn't really done anything like exercise that day, but suddenly I just felt so heavy and fatigued and like tired, and I was like, I guess I'll just sleep because I'm tired. I'm so tired, so I guess I'll just sleep for a little bit, like 20 minutes, right? And then I went to sleep, and I woke up, and 3 hours had passed. I was like, what the and then I woke up, and then I like Googled it. I was like, depression and sleeping, like why was being depressed making me so tired? I'm not like, it wasn't like not clinically depressed. I was just like really sad. And then like, I guess if you are like to a certain level of sad or feeling depressed about life, your brain just like, you get so tired. And so then I knew that I couldn't do that, because I've seen like that person that who used to get depressed, right? It would like really mess with them, because like they would sleep for so long, and it's like mess with their whole day. And I was like, I need to stop being depressed. Like, I'm gonna stop. That was not good. And also I had posted, I think, before, and then went to sleep. I like posted that I thought I was gonna felt like giving up on music, because I genuinely was thinking about it. I was like, I want to be happy, and this like keeping like failing at this doesn't make me happy. But then I kind of was like, in my head, I was like, okay, if like at least one person believes in me and tells me not to, then I won't. Because that's just how it works. I feel like if you have at least one person, then you're gonna be okay. Or at least that's what I remember from a movie scene. I think it was like a girl and her grandma, and then the grandma was like, if you have at least one person who believes in you, then you can keep going. And I feel like that's very true. So yeah, you guys told me not to give up and stuff, and you guys really lifted me out of that, to be honest. Like, I So very honestly, I would not still be posting videos if it weren't for you guys, because I would have just stopped. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you again, like seriously, genuinely, because I was just gonna quit. I just get there sometimes. I get there and I'm like, I suck, and I am blah blah blah, and blah 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 blah. So, but I'm still here for now. So, because of you guys. So, yeah, so what else? I'm working on doing another cover, and yeah, I was pretty surprised at that Young Kai video getting over 1,000, because, well, I think I just expect none of my videos to break 1,000, because not like I don't expect any of my covers or music projects to break 1,000 views, because that's just the pattern. And yeah, I didn't know that song had so many views. I hadn't really heard of it before. I remember I was like recommended it on YouTube, but then I was like, oh, okay, I'll click on it later, and then I never did, because I like, you know. And so yeah, and then one of you guys recommended it, and then I looked it up and I was like, oh wow, this has so many views. So yeah, it was a really good one to do. So thank you. Yeah, I had fun with that one because I got to like go very low in my voice. Yeah, my voice usually sits here if I'm talking in a video like this. If I'm talking back and forth with someone, my voice is usually louder, and yeah. But yeah, so I'm working on another one, and hopefully that gets views. I don't really know. I'm usually able to tell by now, like, which. No, I'm not. I obviously am not. Like, sometimes I post a video, and when I'm making it, I'm just like happy because I'm like, oh, it's almost done, like blah blah blah. Like I recently just did, here, I'll put it here. I made a little part of a song for how it feels when I'm leaving the office, and I did that because I was going through trying to delete some of my video footage and pictures because I need more space to do more music stuff. And I remember that I took those videos of me leaving the office on the sidewalk because I had wanted to make a song to express how much I hated being in the office and how I really felt so free after leaving the office. It's a weird thing to write about, but I felt very strongly about it. So and then I finished it. I was like really happy with it, and even though it's honestly more of a draft than anything, and there are definitely things that can be improved on the music itself, it was definitely I made it really fast. I think I did it in 2 days. So yeah, but then I realized, then I made the video, uploaded it, and then I picked the thumbnail. And the thing is, the whole video it's just me walking, right? It's just me walking, because I'm not gonna film the office, like, you know, or like myself by the office. I feel like I don't want to get in trouble or anything, so I'm just the sidewalk, right? And then, so I took a screenshot of that, and then that was basically the thumbnail, because I wanted to keep it basically the same as what the video was. But then I saw it as it was recommended to me on YouTube, like from a viewer point of view, And then I looked at it, I was like, that's not going to get any views. No one's going to click on that. Because I'm looking at that video it only got recommended to me because I was looking at it on my channel, and sometimes I look at where my videos are at on my own channel, and I looked at it compared to the other videos I was being recommended. I was like, that no one is gonna click on that, because number one, the thumbnail is so it's so unengaging. It's just my feet walking, you know, and then that's it. And I don't know, anyways, but I guess it doesn't really matter. But anyway, so the point is, I know that's gonna get 10 views. So it's fine. It is. But you guys are right. I'm gonna just focus on doing covers for now. And if I do work on my own music now, I'm only going to do really small snippets of it, because there's no point in poring over a song for months and then releasing it, and then like it not like if you don't have a following, then, well, I mean, I do have one. It's just not like one of those do you know those commentary video do you know those commentary channels where they like talk about celebrity tea and drama and stuff? You know, those, they have a lot of views because, like, I mean, I'm guilty. I watch those sometimes because I need to know I need to know. I don't know why I need to know, but even though it doesn't pertain to me at all, yeah, they have a lot of views. But I noticed, I think 2 of them, I forget the channel names, but they made their own music recently, because I saw they released music videos. I was like, what? I thought you talked about like celebrities and stuff. And then it had, like, I looked at it, I was like, wow, this has almost 200,000 views. That's crazy. So yeah, I guess it's not really worth it to make my own music until I guess I have as much as them. Because you're right, it does make me stressed, because it's a lot of work, and then to just release it without, you know, I don't know. But also, I told one of you guys that, and then you said that you had been listening to one of the songs a lot, and I was like, because I genuinely didn't think people, I don't know why, but then that made me like cry, because I was like, there's no way. I was like, I was in disbelief, because I was like, because I was like, what? No, you're not. And that made me really happy. So yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm gonna do Can't Help Falling in Love, the Elvis song, and that's gonna be next. The piano was pretty easy for it, actually. I looked up on Bite Size Piano, the tutorial, and I was like, oh, it's just dun 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 dun. So that was really quick. So hopefully I will be able to film that on tomorrow or something, like Wednesday. Not tomorrow, sorry, tomorrow's Tuesday. Wednesday. I would do it tonight, but I would probably do it at night. And if I'm going till 12, then my parents are probably gonna come into my room and wish me a happy birthday, and I don't want them to catch me in full makeup and fancy dress recording a cover, so I'm not gonna do that. And I would do it tomorrow, but then it's like, yeah, it's my birthday, so they're gonna be like, people are gonna be like talking to me. So I think Wednesday is gonna be a good day to do it. So Wednesday, so I'm excited for that. What else? Oh yeah, and have you heard of ghost jobs? I didn't know this was a thing, but apparently ghost jobs are a thing, where companies just post fake fake jobs to get demographic information. I did not know that was a thing, but that makes so much sense because some of these postings seem so like, I don't know, and then it's like immediate rejections. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, and then I also feel like some of these not only are ghost jobs, I think some of these are fake postings that are just to get my information. Because I've noticed that some of them look fishy, and because like I would apply I still mass apply, but like I wouldn't look too closely at them at the beginning, and so I would submit my information to them, but then I would look at them and I'd be like, is this even like a real like job? I don't know. So yeah. Anyways, what was I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, AI. Yeah, so that project that company made me do, they said to use AI for it. And so I was like, okay. And so I did, and then I caught myself laughing at AI. Not laughing at AI, but because the AI made me laugh because they like switched up the way it was talking, and it kind of, I don't know why my brain was like thinking I was talking to a friend for a second, and then I was laughing because it was being funny, and I was like, I stopped. I was like, I am laughing with an AI right now. Is that weird? Because, have you seen Black Mirror? You know how in one of the episodes they have like a generated AI person that is like manifests as like someone like me. Like right now, I could be a generated AI that you're talking to. He's like that, and I'm like, are we there? Are we there? And like, we just don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very interested to see where AI takes us in the next 5 years. Not interested in a good way. I'm interested in I'm scared like for my job way, but I mean, we'll see. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I think that having that project to do was good because it pulled me away from music. Because the thing with, I think, was also getting me depressed. All I was doing all day, every day was music, 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 thinking about music, thinking about my YouTube channel, because I was just doing that and applying to jobs. Because I'm only taking 2 classes because that's all I need to finish my master's. So other than that, I just do YouTube, music, and applying to jobs. And so the jobs wasn't working out, and then this wasn't working out, or at least I thought it wasn't. And then I heard back from that company, and then even though it was a really stressful project, it was good because it took me away from music for a good 48 hours because I had to focus on that. Also, I thought it was going to be easy because they were like, use AI, and I was like, I was stressed out. I actually thought I was not going to finish it because, also, by the way, I don't really have much of a background in what I applied to, but at this point I'm applying to everything. So that's why it was also like, I'm like here, I think, compared to other people who already know things. So I was really starting from scratch. But anyways, yeah, so that was good because it took me away from music. And yeah, I also need to just, have you guys seen that Pixar movie Soul? And you know that scene where the guy's outside, he's like saying, I just thought I would feel different when I got here, And then, okay, I have to pull up the quote because I forget. Dorothea is like, what's wrong? And then Joe's like, it's just, I've been waiting on this day for my entire life. I thought I'd feel different. And then she says, she tells him about the story about a fish, and she says, I heard this story about a fish. He swims up to the older fish and says, I'm trying to find this thing they call the ocean. The ocean, says the older fish, that's what you're in right now. And the younger fish says, this is water. What I want is the ocean. And then, yeah, I thought of that, and then, well, I didn't think of that. I actually got recommended that randomly on YouTube, that clip, and at first I didn't really think too much of it, but then I just was realizing I need to start remembering and thinking about that more, because I do feel like how Joe felt all the time. I feel that all the time. It's ridiculous. I feel that way all the time. And I don't know why I feel that way all the time. I feel like what I always feel like is that one day I'm gonna, like, something's gonna happen. I'm gonna make it, or I'm gonna finally succeed in this whole thing I'm doing. I'm gonna, something's gonna happen, and then everything's gonna fall into place, and that's gonna be the day. That's gonna be the day I'm happy for forever. I don't know why I always feel that way. I always feel like today is not the day where I don't know. It's like I'm waiting on happiness. I feel like I'm in a limbo period. Like, yeah, I don't know how to explain that. I feel like everything's gray, and every day is the same gray colored cube, and then you just keep stacking those cubes because those days keep going by, and I realize that's how I feel almost every day. But ever since I clicked on that YouTube video recommending me this clip, because I had seen Soul, but it was when I was younger. And when I was younger, I had, like, a lot more hopes and dreams, and, like, I was more of a happy person, I think. Because I had, like, those dreams to look forward to, and they hadn't been crushed yet or anything, because I wasn't an adult. But yeah, and then I just think about what Dorothea said all the time now, because, well, whenever I really start to feel unhappy or depressed or feeling like actual garbage, because I kind of feel that way every day, to an extent, I remember what she said, and it makes me feel a lot better, because it takes me back into the moment that I am. I just am. You know what I mean? Like what she said. But yeah. Highlights. But yeah. Okay, this can't be an hour. But yeah. Yeah. It's also like I should also be doing things that stop me from feeling that way throughout the day. Like I should really exercise more. I really should, but I'm, like, in terms of, like, fitness, I used to be so good with it, but that's because I was, like, mentally ill. And now I don't really exercise that much. Like, I do it every week, but not, like, every other day, like, or, so I should really get better with that, because exercise does make you feel better, but it's just sometimes I can't be bothered to do it. But yeah. Anyways, Apparently, we have a neighbor called Crazy Mike. Yeah, my dad said that the other day, and I was like, since I've lived here for over 2 decades, and we have a neighbor named Crazy Mike. And he's like, yeah, no, but he calls himself that. And I was like, is that any better? Like, what do you mean? Why is he crazy? And then he's like, yeah, he's just, yeah. And I was like, what? And then he's like, yeah, he just lives right down there, down the street. And I'm like, what? And he said, oh yeah, remember when great grandma's stuff, we had all this stuff out on the pavement because we were moving, getting rid of all her stuff, and then Crazy Mike came over and talked to us and asked if he could have this and this, and then they were like, yeah, you could have this and this. And then his brother, Crazy Mike's brother, came to our house later. I don't think I was here. I think I was somewhere else when this happened. And he was like, hey, did my brother come here and ask for that? Yeah, don't let him have that. And then we were like, okay, apparently. And yeah, so I don't know. And then I saw my neighbor yesterday. I looked out my window and he was just out in his boxers. So, and I was like, I did not need to see that today. So, yeah. Anyways, that is it for the cat. That is it for the catch up. I will see you guys in the next one. And yeah. Yeah, also another frustrating thing is like there are very specific times where I can record and do covers because these walls are paper thin. That bathroom over there, by the way, which doesn't even work, that bathroom is broken. The sounds that come from there are so loud. And then my older sister's right there. She'd be slamming the door sometimes, okay? And then the bathroom, the other bathroom is like right across here, and then you can hear everything, okay? You can hear the flush, and then the basement, right, is right down there, right under me. And so there's also like a hole, not a hole, but like a gap in between the floor, so like the sound has no barrier. So our pipes are really loud when someone's doing a wash, so it makes the most obnoxious. Even when I'm sleeping, like last night, I was like, I cannot sleep. These pipes are so loud. I cannot wait for this wash to be done because it is bothering me so much that I can't sleep. And yeah, and then on top of that, people be like doing things with glass and their metal spoons, okay? And it's really loud. And yeah, so it's kind of constant noise throughout the house, which can be like, but then it's like again, just do what you can in the situation, and that's what I do, you know? So the sweet spot of recording is usually like 10 p.m. to like 11:30. I try not to do anything past 12 a.m. because like I feel like people are sleeping, especially my little brother because he's still in high school and stuff. So I try not to go too late because I feel like you can definitely hear. So I try to leave it to like weekends. Yeah. Oh, and then the ginkgos. Okay. So me and my friend collected like 27 ginkgo saplings, like this big, from the ground by this tree that usually they just spring up around, and they usually just mow them down anyway, so it's fine, we can take them. And I was hoping that all of them would survive the winter because I didn't keep them inside because my dad was like, oh, you should just leave them outside throughout winter to go through the dormant season. I was like, I don't want to. He's like, you should. And I was like, okay. Then I did it. And only 5 of them survived. So, but that's still 5 more than I had last year. So, I guess that's the update for that. I wanted to I don't know what I wanted to do with them. I kind of wanted to sell them, but they're too small to really sell. I'd have to wait a while. I might give them as gifts instead, but I don't really think people are that into plants, like trees, because then you have to like plant them. So maybe I'll just keep them. And yeah. Okay. I am going to say goodbye now. Yeah, that's all I got. I will see you next time.